Hello everyone, how are you guys doing today? So I just want to share with you guys some important news coming out from East Asia about this virus called the coronavirus that's very contagious and originated from China but is spreading to many parts of other parts of Asia. Now, China has been getting hit by diseases. Last November, which was really not that long ago, I read an article about the Black Death occurring in China. And for those of us who know history really well, we know what the Black Death is. It's this really contagious wave of diseases and viruses that killed many people that caused a lot of casualties in Europe during the Renaissance period, and doctors had to wear these special type of mask that look like bird mask to protect them from these viruses as they were inspecting their patients. So this is really scary stuff. So let's go on ahead and get to the article. Japan and Thailand confirm new cases of Chinese coronavirus. Thailand and Japan each reported new cases of a coronavirus that has left 2 people dead and at least 40 sick in China, adding to concerns about the spread of the virus beyond Chinese borders ahead of a major holiday. And I think this major holiday they're talking about is the pagan Chinese Lunar New Year. Health officials in Thailand on Friday said they had found a second case of the mysterious pneumonia-like coronavirus in that country in a 74-year-old Chinese woman. The woman is in good and stable condition, said a spokesman for Thailand's public health ministry. I don't know how to pronounce that. The woman entered Thailand through Bangkok via a flight from the central Chinese city of Wuhan, the epicenter of the outbreak. Investigators were still trying to gather information from the woman but have been hindered by a language barrier. On Thursday, Japan's health ministry said that a Chinese man in his 30s tested positive for coronavirus. The man, a resident of Kangwa Prefecture just south of Tokyo, returned to Japan on January 6 after traveling to Wuhan. The man who came down with the fever on January 3rd was hospitalized on Friday but was discharged 5 days later because he had recovered, according to the health ministry. The World Health Organization said it was highly likely that the virus had spread from a seafood market. Okay, seafood markets. What did I tell you about seafood? Many of these seafoods that we eat, like shrimps, crustaceans, and these cephalopods, are forbidden in the Bible to eat. Okay, the Most High forbids the consumption of many of these seafoods you eat because they are what? Unclean. That also sells live birds. Okay, live birds and other animals. How disgusting! That's no wonder they're getting sick. But Japan's health ministry said the patient had not visited any seafood markets in China, adding that it is possible that the patient had close contact with an unknown patient with lung inflammation while in China. Malik Pyrus, a public health virologist at the University of Hong Kong, said if that was the case, that there had been no direct exposure to animals, then that is very concerning for sure. Well, these diseases are very contagious and spread rapidly. So there's really nothing they can do about it, whether or not they're exposed to those animals. The disclosures on Thursday and Friday brought to 3 the total number of confirmed cases of the new coronavirus reported outside of China in the last week. On Monday, the authorities in Thailand detected the virus in a 61-year-old Chinese woman who was visiting from Wuhan, the capital of the central Chinese province of Hubei. A doctor, director of the Communicable Diseases Division at Thailand's Ministry of Public Health said the woman had not visited the Wuhan seafood market and had come down with a fever on January the 5th. However, the doctor said the woman had visited a different, smaller market in Wuhan in which live and freshly slaughtered animals were also sold. Disgusting, disgusting, disgusting. The woman is in good health now, according to Dr. Suthat Chatapun, a senior official in the Disease Control Department of Thailand's Public Health Ministry. But he said the health authorities were waiting for laboratory results to confirm that the woman is free of the coronavirus before discharging her. She said that she wanted to do some sightseeing after she leaves the hospital, he said. The revelation that neither the patient in Japan nor the first one found in Thailand had visited the Huanan seafood market, to which most of the cases have been linked, is a troubling sign that the outbreak could be spreading in Wuhan. The market was shut down and disinfected on January the 1st, but new cases have appeared since, suggesting the virus has not been eradicated. Concerns have grown across the region since the Chinese health authorities announced the discovery of the mysterious new virus, which has sickened dozens of people in Wuhan with pneumonia-like symptoms. The city's health commission said on Wednesday that the risk of human-to-human transmission is low but possible. Officials also said they detected the first cluster of the virus involving members of a single family. The new virus has stirred memories in China of the 2003 outbreak of severe acute respiratory syndrome. That virus, which is believed to have jumped to humans from animals at markets, originated in China and killed more than 800 people worldwide in 2002 and 2003. At the time, the Chinese government tried to cover up the problem, resulting in a backlash among its people. It don't surprise me that the Chinese government would do such thing because the Chinese government is really corrupt. While flu experts have said the Chinese government is trying to be more transparent now, many in China are skeptical. The local authorities in Wuhan and the WHO have reiterated for weeks that no cases of human-to-human transmission have been confirmed. Last week, researchers in China said they had initially identified a new coronavirus as the pathogen behind the mysterious respiratory illness. Of the 40 cases diagnosed in Wuhan, the majority of patients are middle-aged and older men, the city's health commission said on Wednesday. 5 people are in critical condition, officials said. 2 deaths have been reported in China, both in Wuhan. A 69-year-old man fell ill on New Year's Eve and died Wednesday, and a 61-year-old man who died last week and had previously been diagnosed with abdominal tumors and liver disease. These diseases are not funny, y'all. The most recent case in China was detected on January the 3rd. The minimum incubation period for some viral infections is 15 days, suggesting that it could be a few more days before the authorities are able to determine the full extent of the outbreak. The timeline has fueled concerns among governments across the region, especially ahead of the Lunar New Year holiday, which begins next week. Hundreds of millions of people in China are expected to travel during the holiday. Thailand expects more than 300 Chinese visitors during the holiday, according to local tourism officials. Hong Kong, Singapore, Thailand, and South Korea have taken precautionary measures, quarantining patients with flu-like symptoms and increasing temperature screenings at their airports. Japan said it was investigating who the patient there had been in contact with since he returned from China and has asked people who experience symptoms to report them. While the new coronavirus appears to be less virulent and deadly than SARS, many questions remain, including the source of the virus and its transmission route. Infectious disease experts say the source is very likely to be a mammal-caused coronavirus spread easily from mammals to humans. Coronaviruses are a large family of viruses that infect animals and people. Symptoms of different coronaviruses can include those that resemble the common cold, influenza, or pneumonia. There's no need to panic, but I think there needs to be an urgency to address these questions, said Dr. Pyrus of the University of Hong Kong. The problem is that most of these animals are illegally sold, so that might not be easy to do. And China is well notorious for doing illegal stuff. These poaching that they're doing in Africa, poaching these rhinos and elephants, that's illegal. Dr. Pyrus said he was encouraged that there was no cases of hospital workers falling ill, reducing the likelihood of a widespread outbreak within the community as there had been with SARS. Guan Yi, a professor of infectious diseases at the University of Hong Kong, said he was also reassured that the Wuhan government had not reported any new cases in recent days. If there are no new cases in the next few days, the outbreak is over, said Dr. Guan, who was part of the team that successfully identified the coronavirus that caused SARS. So, as you can see, many nations in Asia, particularly those in East Asia, are being hit by these viruses because they are living on very unsanitary lifestyles and are just really eating disgusting stuff and selling live animals, live unsanitary animals. So it's not just these Europeans who are filthy, it's also these East Asians who also live in filthy, unsanitary conditions. And if you visit many of these Asian supermarkets that are here in the United States, the ones that sell raw seafood on ice, where you have to buy them put in a plastic bag without being packaged in a container. Those Asian supermarkets are really funky, gross, and unsanitary. So, yeah, this is what's causing these viruses to occur in these nations, and it's also the judgment of the Most High against them, because these East Asians, they've also done a lot of atrocious stuff towards African people, and they still are. They've been involved in the Arab slave trade, and you see all the stuff that they're doing on the continent of Africa right now, building dams, highways, railroads, while they are mistreating and exploiting the people there. So, yeah, it's not just the Europeans who are facing judgment. It's all other nations all over the world who are also facing judgment for all the atrocities and sins they committed against the children of the Most High. This is all I just want to share with you guys. Let me know what you guys think about this, and I'll see you guys on the next video.